Hey everyone, welcome to your All Signs Timeless Love Reading. My name is Natalie and this is Eve's Rising Tarot. And this reading will be to kind of help you to see a little bit of clarity and understanding and a forward movement through a romantic situation that may have you halted, confused, or feeling limited. It's a general reading, so keep that in mind and please connect with your intuition as you listen. Your intuition will guide you on what to take and what to leave behind. The reading and my intention with this reading is to help you feel more empowered, more connected to your gifts, more self-aware, and at least seeing the first step out of your present situation towards something that is more empowering for you. So keep that in mind and let's get into it. How do each of you view this connection? The fact that it exists, that you're involved with one another in one way or another, how do you each view the connection? Just one moment to come out for you. Okay, so how you're viewing the connection. You have a lot of wisdom behind you and understanding and self-awareness. You are somebody who, with this wisdom, has great experience in recognizing and empathizing with the, emotional experiences and ways of operating that other people operate from. You speak from the heart. You're very attentive, and with that, viewing this connection, you're open to it. You recognize that within yourself there's a depth of emotion that you are capable of going to, but I feel like you are not really saying this or letting the other person know this. So not wearing your heart on your sleeve, but definitely feeling deeply towards this person and this connection. You're intrigued, it has your attention, but you're listening to your better judgment. Queen of Cups. And how your person is viewing this connection. King of Wands. I'm drawn immediately to kind of the skepticism or the distrust in his eye, right? He's a very passionate person, or she, in regards to this connection. And this person is looking at all areas and perspectives and ways that this can be approached and to utilize their wisdom gained in following, inspiration. And this person is somebody who is very moved by ideas, inspired by ideas. So how they're viewing this connection is they're looking at how it can benefit them is what I'm getting. And I don't necessarily know if that is a bad thing or a good thing, but how can they take what they know to take this connection and use it to benefit them in some way? And we'll have to get more to see exactly what that means. All right. How are you behaving towards one another? I was drawn to this. Your energy is looking one way and away from that person's energy, and they're looking right towards you, but not moving, right? I think there's in a sense, you're not chasing this person. They're not chasing you, but they are very much so watching you. And you can feel this. And this owl, this higher wisdom of you, maybe your higher self, is guiding you not to be pulled into the passion and the attraction that this person emits. Okay, how are you behaving towards one another? That's how you're looking at the connection with an open heart, with self-discipline, with an awareness that you have a depth of feeling for this person that maybe is was unexpected, but nonetheless they don't know about it. All right, how are you behaving towards one another? Okay. How you're behaving towards them. And it's another figure in blue, kind of blue material, facing the same direction. I feel like this passion and this pull and this, possibly this charm and this charisma that your person has feels like a storm that's blowing and trying to get you to come towards them, but you are resisting the great winds that is their charisma and their charm and their beauty and their passion. So you are standing firm in yourself, right? And I see also this angel holding this cup kind of feels like your higher self is like holding this potential for you to give love and not letting it blow away towards them, this person. Maybe there's a part of you, also these winds of your person. Maybe it's not just them trying to get you to follow or to chase them, but it's also maybe your inner guidance that's saying, all right, well, you've kind of stayed in your power and where you're at now for long enough. Maybe it's time to regroup and see if there's a new plan of action. To maybe turn around and pay attention to this person. Maybe not to move towards them yet, but to at least, give them your attention. Maybe you're somebody who plays hard to get. Okay, and how they're behaving towards you. As they are watching you, as they are trying to figure out how to move towards this or what to do with this connection and how it can benefit them, they are focusing on, working towards a goal or goals to make their tomorrow better. Somebody who is really putting in the work to create change in their life. This could be through physical work. It could be their fitness. It could be improving their living situation. I'm not sure what it is. It'll be different for each of you. But they are focusing on improving their life and working towards goals while watching you. Okay. What is the most magnetic aspect that each of you are drawn to? Let's get one for you and one for them. What draws you to this person most? And what are they most pulled in by you? Okay. What they are most drawn to in you, or what you're most drawn to in them, is they've helped you to bring yourself into balance. And another blue gown. You could be a water sign. I'm getting. They've helped you to be in balance in yourself in some way. Possibly helped you to tap into your inner strength and your unique fingerprint as an individual. That is your power, that is interwoven and connected to your purpose. You may be walking and stepping into this path of walking the middle way and being in balance, and you attribute this this newfound path that you're on to your person's presence or influence in your life. So temperance. It could also be that you found that your energy and this person's together creates something that you've never experienced before, which is intriguing and captivating, but also a little uncomfortable or discomforting. Okay, and what they're most drawn to in you. There's a very clear all blue gowns for your energy in all of the figures, and for this person, all red. So this could be, if we're kind of sticking to elementals, it could be a fire energy. So your person could be a fire sign. So what they're most drawn to you is the Ten of Wands. And I'm getting that this is a recognition on their part, you have helped them to see that the way they live, the way they operate, the way they are, the way they schedule their days and live their life, in some area, it's a burden that's not sustainable, and they can't carry on like the way that they have been. Perhaps meeting you was an immovable force meets an unstoppable something like that. And there is nowhere to go in the same manner they've been going, right? So they're most drawn to you because you've helped them to see that their life has been lived in a way that was a chosen but unconscious burden. And they've been going or facing backwards, looking at what's behind them, being only a fool trips on what's behind them. So I see both of the initial cards looking towards the direction of the past, right, to the left. And then this, what they're most drawn to you is turning around and facing forward, looking forward. And in whatever was drawing them or holding them to the back, they're still, or to the past, they're still carrying it. So there is an awareness that they can put this down very soon or now if they choose. And on the bottom of the deck, they can put this down. Ghosts of the past, heartache, wounds of the heart that are still with them, still fresh, unhealed maybe, still influencing them in the present. Okay, let's see here. What is blocking the connection for each of you right now? The strongest crossing energy, the strongest blockage that exists between you two. What is it? Strongest crossing energy. Mask. Not being authentic towards one another. Hiding behind a false mask. And preventing the phoenix rising from the ashes, letting the old die. This could also be, a mask this person has been wearing can be the burden that they're recognizing through you, and that they're grateful for, the awareness of and the conscious realization of. Interesting. Mask. I want to clarify that with something. Let's see. Tell me about this mask crossing energy for each, the collective and their person. Why the mask is the strongest crossing energy. Let's get one for... okay, so let's see. Those for you. Why the mask for the collective's person. Let's get a couple more. Okay, let's see. I don't want to lose you on the bottom. Clarifying the mask for you. I am in so much pain. Be more selfish. And I am obsessed with your body. So for you, I am in so much pain, but the mask is, the mask that you're wearing to hide this from your person is a mask of selfishness. And it also kind of like is very... the colors, right? It matches very well. Be more selfish. So a part of you does not want your person to know that you're in pain. In some sense, in a romantic way, either because of something that you are hiding something from them in so much pain. So as a result, you act selfish. And this 15, I am obsessed with your body. This kind of tells me that in some way you're maybe coming at your person in a way that is more physical, very maybe intimately. Maybe this pain or this blockage causes you to feel like you can't connect with your person except for in a physical way. And the physical way is maybe a bridge for you to connect with them in a way that fills something within you or allows you to bypass the normal psychological stuff that comes when you're just together and maybe talking or doing something lighthearted. So the mask is kind of being projected towards them in kind of selfish behaviors and coming at them in a very physical way. And the mask is what is blocking the Phoenix Rising energy. Okay, and so for your person, this mask energy, you have so many choices and options. This love scares me, and I'm sorry. So this feels very, not necessarily fear-based, but lacking in confidence and trust in the connection and the feelings felt for one another. It's scary. They see you as somebody who's quite incredible and beautiful and you know, has so many options. What is it that you see in them? Is that kind of their feelings? This causes them to act in a certain way because of that heart. What was it? Was it the bottom? Oh, I shuffled. Three of Swords. So some sort of wound in relationships, in matters of the heart, that is a burden that they still carry with them. But they're at a stage in their experience with you where they're no longer focusing on the past, no longer just staring at you and watching you progress and grow and evolve. Now turning around and planting seeds and making plans for their future, and turning around and walking towards a direction that's actually going to lead them somewhere. This is the gratitude, and this is what they're grateful for. This is why they think, this love scares me. How is it that you, of all people and nobody before you, caused me to turn around and to be present? And to recognize this load, this weight I'm carrying on my emotional back. Nobody has helped me to see this before. What is the significance in you? You have so many options and choices. Why me? The way I feel for you scares me. 11 or 6 may mean something to you. November 6th, or what is that, June 11th? And number 15 over here for you. Okay. What do we want to do here? What are you being called to let go of? Let's do this one. What is this connection and this relationship calling you to let go of, to release? What attachment, what craving, what desire, what outcome, what expectation, what way of life, etc., etc., are you being called to let go of or to release? What are you being called to let go of? Queen of Cups and the Empress, and then the 10 of Wands on the bottom as well, kind of highlighting that, overarching that energy. So what are you being called to let go of? Maybe looking at this person or treating them in a way that is very sensual and physical and, passionate. Maybe it's time to stop. How this one has their cup open and there's like yelling or noise coming out of the cup. So being very vocal about how you feel, or maybe it's time to take off the rose-colored lenses and to start seeing the truth of the situation. You have a very deep heart. You feel very deeply, because that's maybe as a water sign, that's how you operate. So you have a really incredible ability to connect with people on an emotional level, and to see where they're coming from that, that frequency. So if you're being called to let go of the Queen of Cups and the Empress, this is maybe pulling back that emotional lens through which you see this person, and bringing a little bit more logic and some rationale and sense. Not that it's lacking, but these cards are very intuitive and emotional, very much so from the feminine energy. Let go of this way of seeing them, and incorporate maybe some masculine energy, right? Some swords in there, maybe some logic, right? Maybe in a sense you're romanticizing this person a little more than they deserve. And maybe it's time to shift the loving energy away from them and towards you. But all in a sense as well, these blue robed characters are all facing to the left. So in some way, could your gaze and your attention be focused on events of the past, what's happened in the past, and feeling like you're making progress, but really just creating new channels and avenues that go away from the direction of past events. These characters are very much so in the present. So I'm getting that could mean turn your gaze towards presence and towards creating the tomorrow that you want to experience. Doing that starts with what you think about and what you do and have faith in today, right? So let go a little bit of the emotional eyes through which you're seeing this person, and see a little bit more of their character from some sense and logic and reason. And seeing them through such emotional eyes may be easier to handle the way that they're behaving, but it looks like to bring sense and logic into the situation might feel burdensome, which could be this as well. Their burden is theirs to carry. Their healing is their responsibility. Let go of the need to carry their burden for them, because of the capacity of your heart. Okay. What is the strongest connecting energy between the two of you right now? What is the strongest connecting? True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And I'm getting, you cannot heal a person. You cannot take on that burden and that responsibility. You can create a healing environment and presence and energy for them to help inspire them to go that direction, but ultimately those feet have to be moved and initiated by themselves. And nothing and no one can make that happen before they're ready to make it happen. So recognize that your tendency to love fully and wholly and want to take on the burden of your person, it's not your place. And it's causing you to be halted and looking back in the past and operating from a past perspective. Bring more playfulness and stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And I just said something like that. Bringing yourself to presence and your thoughts, your beliefs and whatnot will create your tomorrow, a better tomorrow. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So Maybe there's a lot of heavy and emotional energy here. Very much so. And maybe there could be some significance that I'm not picking up on with these blue-robed characters. There's something there, because that's 4. And I've pulled 7 cards for you on your side. 6 cards. And 4 of them have blue-robed figures. All feminine. So you are very much so operating from your feminine energy. It's time to incorporate more balance and bring in some masculine energy and operating presence into your behavior. And let's get some channeled messages from your person and what's going on with them right now. Mend. I want to fix our connection. Okay. Chemistry. I have never felt a passion this intense. Let's get one more. This absence. I feel like a part of me is missing without you. And space. I need more time to think. So mend, space, but in the space, this absence, your presence is missed. And chemistry. I have never felt a passion like this before. Okay, and what does Spirit want you to be aware of right now? In this release with that Queen of Cups and the Empress. Let's get a little bit more on that. What is Spirit calling you to release at this time? Surrender to trust. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. This could be more blue and green, right? This could be you reaching out and connecting with family, with friends, with loved ones, and trying to get advice and understanding on the situation, and looking for answers through other people's minds and beliefs and opinions. This is a call to surrender the outward seeking of guidance and to go inward and to make time to meditate and to connect with your inner infinite system of guidance that will never steer you wrong. Connect with your higher self. Ask for the guidance, and once it's received, be ready to put action towards it. And surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Okay. Right, and let's get some guidance from Spirit. What would you like to say to the collective for their highest good? Greatest expansion, those who are open and receptive, what guidance do you have? And what would you like them to know right now? All right. Owl. And for me, that's a very interesting thing because owls have come to me about 5 times today in different symbolism. So owl, and I was drawn to this wisdom that you are operating from. Observation. You are being encouraged to look beyond deceiving appearances into the true reality of a situation or a person's motives. And how, right, you're being called to let go of operating solely and fully from your emotional space and to see from logic and sense and reason. Facts that are before you may be being glossed over. You need to hear what is really being said despite the words and emotions coming from the messenger. Observation. That's so interesting. And we'll close with a little prayer. What would you like to say to the collective? We see that you are on the brink of a breakthrough that you have patiently been waiting for. A situation is about to come full circle. The lessons have been learned. There is a win-win situation for you. Trust that we are working behind the scenes to ensure the best outcome for you. And this feels very much so like a call and a confirmation of surrender to trust. Connect with your inner guidance. The reason you may feel confused and at odds with your body and your nervous system is because you are going against your inner guidance. And you are looking for answers in places where you're not being guided to look for them. And that's why the things that you're receiving from those you're seeking support from is not helping you to see your way through the fog. Go within and surrender to trust. All right, and I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope it was helpful for you in some way, and if it was, please let me know. I'm sending you guys all so much love, and I will talk to you soon.